The Biffle Bug. I was a late Biffle Bug bloomer, if that makes sense. For years I was with other companies at other creature baits, and finally, Tommy has won, I think, 3 elite tournaments with this bait called the Biffle Bug. And it's designed to fish on a freeway swing head, cast it out and reel it in nice and slow. And it is unbelievable how good it works. I mean, you just cover water. Instead of working a jig on the bottom, you're just constantly holding the rod down and reeling it in. And those 2 little appendages, they just go nuts down there. I've modified it a bunch for flipping by cutting the appendages off, and now it's kind of like a reaper. Do you remember the old reaper baits? I actually split shot this bait like this. It floats up because it's got a hollow pocket. And you don't hear a lot of guys talk about split shotting anymore. Dan was like, don't talk about that. Sometimes there's things that you got to bring back from the past. And I mean, the little Mojo Rig, I've still got like 3 complete brand new kits never opened. Do they even make that anymore? Yeah. They do? Yeah, it's just basically little lead weights, and they come with some skirt material and a little tool, and you slide the weight up your line, put the tool in, pull the skirt in. That's how I changed my frog legs. I mean, really, that's the same concept. That's where I got it from. And I rigged this deal on a spinning rod, 8-pound, fluorocarbon, throw it out there and just drag it along the bottom, and you would be surprised how many fish you'll catch when they're not pulling water, when there's not, a lot of times we go to these lakes, you want to throw the Biffle Bug and something you want to reel, with the appendages on the swingaway head. There's current going, the fish are relating to the bottom, they're really feeding. And then there's times where it just slackens out. Rig it on the split shot rig or the Mojo Rig on a spinner rod, just drag it real slow, like a Carolina rig. You can Carolina rig it. Because of where I'm from, California, the split shot's always been a neat deal. And on sandy bottoms, that split shot just kind of kicks up just a little bit of dust. It's not too heavy, I'm probably the very most on a 1/4 ounce weight with it. Now for flipping, the Biffle Bug has become one of my favorite flip baits. I take it like that, and this is to make it a glide bait. That last tournament I won flipping was actually in super shallow water, fishing a glide style bait, and I was throwing it with an 1/8 ounce and a 3/16 ounce weight. If you Texas rig that bait right there, cut it right here with scissors, and flip it. And I've got one rigged right here in my box. And this is actually the larger size, just to show you. And I'm left-handed, so obviously my cutting job wasn't very good with this whole situation. But I'll take that and I'll flip that one. With that bigger size, I'll use a 1/4 ounce. But on the regular size Biffle Bug, like this guy, I'll go to a 3/16 most of the time. And just flip that, and those little legs, add the little chartreuse to the back of it. It's one of the best. And it mimics a bluegill. It mimics brim and bait fish. Now, I showed you guys earlier when I was with my punch rig. I'm going to pull this out of here. I was talking about soft baits, and I think you guys, hopefully you all got to look at this. Oh, man. It's difficult. But I took one of the scrap Gene Larew bait that I had in my boat, and when I get these baits and I want to flip heavy cover, I just shove that little extra plastic up into that hole right there, and that will actually fill the gap so that hook won't keep coming through when you're flipping in that grass. I just want to be super efficient when I'm flipping a heavy weight into the grass. But the Biffle Bug's one of the coolest baits. Now they've got a new bait they call the punch-out Craw, and it's when I don't know if they thought of all these ideas when they came up with it, but they work so well. And I can just keep everything, I got 3 or 4 colors I like. I got one big box of them, and I can do everything with them. It eliminates having all this need for all this extra tackle. Keep it simple, but trick everything out a little bit.
The information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.